TikTok has brought image search to TikTok Shop. I can't wait to talk to you about this one. According to TechCrunch, the company confirmed that it's testing the ability for users to take or upload a photo to find similar products in TikTok Shop. The feature, which was first spotted by ex-user Jonah Manzano, shout out to Jonah, is available to all users in the United States and Southeast Asia. Users who have access to the new feature will see it in the form of a camera icon in the search bar in TikTok Shop. Now, Anne, I want to let the audience in on a little secret here. And you are, and I say this without the slightest bit of hyperbole, the single biggest image search fan possibly in the world.
Yes.
So what is your take on this move? And should Google be scared? Those are my two questions for you.
Okay, well, I'm going to start with the second part. I don't think Google should be scared, but they have to be prepared, because I do think that this is going to start impacting, we already heard from the Google executives that TikTok is stealing search from them, especially from the younger generation. So I think that this is just another tool in the TikTok toolbox to help find that product more simply. I think there's still adoption curve that we need to get over with Google Lens or TikTok Lens or anything. We still have to get more people familiar with it, because I think I get so excited about it because nobody knows about it still, and there's still of it.
And it's working better, right? It's working better than it did when Amazon debuted it 8 or 9 years ago, right? You've been using it a lot.
Yeah. And you're not limited to the catalog set of just Amazon, of just,
when you use it on Google.
Right. So, And I think that helps with Google, but it also helps with TikTok. I think now that I tested it yesterday, I held it over a ballet flat that I was wearing. What I think is going to be the most impactful about this, Chris, and where I think you're going to get the most adoption, is that it actually was really good at finding dupes. So I had a ballet flat on, and in TikTok shops now, you're still somewhat limited. You have some big brands that are on there and some higher end brands, but you also have here's the, Schutz ballet flat. And here's one that we're selling from X retailer that looks and acts exactly like that same ballet flat, but it's $20 versus $90. So I think that's where this could start, especially for that younger generation with a lower price point that they're going after. I think that's where this is really going to take flight.
Yeah, that's a great point. It's also a value play too. It's kind of like the evolution of e-commerce in general. Search, in Google particularly, you searched items and then you could see all the things that are available and the relative prices of each of them at different places. Now you can do that inside of TikTok and also see all the dupes that people are selling through those channels. So that's a really interesting point. I don't think I have much to add beyond that, because you are the aficionado when it comes to this topic. But I mean, we've long loved image search. I mean, ever since, like I said, Amazon debuted it, I think in 2015 or 16 in their app. It was the very first video we ever shot for OmniTalk, sitting inside a Starbucks. We image searched a Starbucks coffee bag and showed that you could buy it on Amazon. We did it in Macy's story too, and Macy's made us take it down because they were so pissed about it. But I think there still are some issues for it to catch on. So one you talked about was user adoption. And I can buy the argument that younger generations or even hip Gen X moms like yourself will eventually be into this, and I say that with all the most esteem possible, Anne. And then, of course, the second piece is the quality of the search results, which gets complicated in apparel, but that's going to correct itself over time. And it sounds like from your user experience that they've done a pretty good job of that already. But third and most importantly is the product catalog, right? Do you have the products that you're looking for in your product catalog? And like we talked about with the TikTok story a few weeks ago, that was fundamentally the issue here, is how many retailers, when you want the product that you're actually searching, the brand name that you're actually searching, does TikTok have that available, or does it just make the process more frustrating? But so with all that said, I think over time it'll catch on, and it's going to be fun to watch and see how long it takes.
In the meantime, go out and use it, everybody. On whatever platform you want. Google
Buy
Lens,
those dupes. That's what Anne's saying. Buy those dupes.
I'm not saying buy the dupes, but no, go out and use it. It's amazing.